All right, going to build another dinner. Went out today and caught another small bass, 14-inch one. Fished about half the day, maybe about 3 hours, and only caught the one bass. Anyway, going to make some more dinner again tonight. Here's what's going on. Here's what's happening. Thought about this and figure out what I'm going to make with the fish. So I have to do with what I have in stock. What I have in stock is a can of chicken noodle soup. And I have some fish, of course. I have some Kirkland shrimp, uh, farm raised raw tail on. I have thawed it out and taken the tail off and chopped it into small pieces. I also have a chicken sausage I got from my daughter-in-law, Karen. It's a little bit spicy, but it is chicken. I also have some tomato, about half a tomato diced up. I have some mushrooms I've put in here. I have some onions. I have half a potato. I have some green uh, bell pepper and red bell pepper. And what I'm going to do is I also have an egg. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly cook the fish in some butter sauce. Put that in there. Oops, just a little splash. I put some fish in there and put the shrimp and get it going. Okay. Cook it very slowly. So my intention here is to make kind of a gumbo uh, out of the chicken broth, the chicken Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I also have some chicken broth just in case I need a little extra juice. And I'm just going to put all that together in there and kind of all the meat first and kind of just cook that for a little while stirring it up. Here we go. Here's my tongs. Yeah, you only have what you got in stock. If you're going to make something, going to cook it for yourself, and you're limited on what you can do. Last night I had the chicken sandwich, and I'm like, chicken sandwich. I don't want to do another one. That was too easy and long. So now tonight I'm going to make this video shorter. All of my fans out there said that my video was too long, and they also said, these YouTubes, you need to have a microphone. You know, uh, a better microphone, better sound. So I've got this microphone I use at work, and it's a headset. It's got an earpiece. I got it off my ear because I can hear myself talking. I'm like, I can't deal with that. So I also it's a noise canceling one. So I've got the fan on, and it seems to be working. I tested it out, and I got this loud fan on. I can even turn on the AC, and it doesn't cause any issues. I'm going to turn that heat up just a little bit there. Okay. So I'm going to let that cook till that fish is just almost done. Let it just kind of warm up there and cook the fish and the shrimp together. And I'm going to add a little bit of Creole seasoning to that. So that'll have that in there. And oh, by the way, always have your Dos Equis. It helps you to think. I'm going to add the rest of the garnishing. The half of a potato that's been cooked in the microwave mildly for about 1.5 minutes. It's just a half of a small baked potato, and the tomato and the onion and bell pepper and red pepper. So I'm going to put all that in there, and I'm going to kind of meld it together. And then I will add the chicken noodle soup and let it simmer. And I am debating on the egg. I saw somebody do the egg in something similar, so I'm going to give that a try, I think. So I will pause the video at this point and come back in a little while when this is almost done and I have cooked a little more of the items, so that way you don't have to wait and see what comes out of it. Anyway, all right, so I'll be back shortly. Don't go away. Hey, I'm back. So I've been cooking this for a little while, and I've added some mushrooms. I think I forgot to let you know that I did put some mushrooms in there. Uh, I added a few more. It didn't look like it had enough. I like mushrooms. And let's see what else. Okay, that's it. I just mix it all together. I did add a little bit more butter just to give it some, some something to cook in there. And so it does look, fairly tasty like that. But my idea was to make kind of a goulash out of chicken noodle soup, which is what I got from my mom when I was over visiting her. She had an extra can or two. Now, that is probably cooked enough. I see the tomatoes are kind of getting pretty soft. Uh, and I'm going to go ahead and just pour in the chicken noodle soup. That is going to be pretty good like that. Let me just stir it up a little bit. Okay. Let me just let that simmer a little. And it looks like could use a little bit more liquid, so I might put a little chicken broth in there. Anyway, that's what's up next. I'm going to let that simmer, and I will put you on pause and let you know how it comes. I'm also going to make some toast to go with my goulash, and that way I'll have a little bit of bread to eat with it, and because I don't have any crackers or anything. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll be back. I'm back. So I let it cook. I also added um, half a box of this chicken broth, free range chicken broth. That means the chicken was able to walk around. I added more Creole seasoning, and I added not one, but two raw eggs. Now, I let the eggs cook in there, of course, but there are two eggs in there. I let that saute on the oven for a while. And it's pretty hot right now. So, something that happened today was I met this guy from up north, and he was telling me that he normally lives in Michigan, and he was down here. They live up there for 6 months, and they come down here in Texas, and they roam around in Texas at all the state parks for 6 months. Anyway, he was telling me that he'd been up in Antarctica, and he's like, "Do you know how to catch a polar bear?" And I'm like, "No, a polar bear? Why would I want a polar bear?" And he was saying, "Well, what you do to catch a polar bear is you go up in the Antarctica where they hang out at, and you cut a big hole in the ice, and it has to be a fairly large hole. And that ice is thick. It's really thick. So you got to have a really big saw." And then he said, what you do is you go get a bunch of foliage. You have to bring it up there and supply it, but a bunch of foliage and things that polar bears might like to have. And you spread foliage and bark and tree limbs and just all kinds of stuff out around the hole that you cut in the ice. Now, what does this have to do with this cooking? Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm just, before I taste it, it's a little hot. I'm just letting you know about this story. So anyway, he said, then what you do after that is you you get back in your igloo or wherever you're at and you wait. And when the polar bear comes, if one comes in and you see that polar bear over there and he's starting to like make himself at home and all that stuff, then you run over there and you kick that polar bear in the ice hole. Let's try this. Hmm. Yeah, that's not bad. We'll try some of the, got some fish in there. Hmm. You know, that's pretty good. That is not bad at all. Matter of fact, man, would I make this again? Yeah. Hmm. It's not too spicy. I even think Sandra might like this. That's a pretty tough one. Anyway, that's what you got. That is good. Yeah, you got some chicken sausage cut up, little dice, onions, green pepper, red pepper, tomato, mushrooms, chicken noodle soup, chicken broth. Saute it, cook it a little bit, and saute it all together. Let it simmer. Serve it up. So anyway, that's my video. I'm going to try and, dice it and slice it and play around with it on my phone. I downloaded this app so that I could use this microphone. So I've currently got the air conditioning on and the fan running. Yeah, it's hot out here. It's December the 21st, I believe, and it's hot and humid. So now I'm running the AC. That's the way it goes. So, well, that's tonight's dinner, and you know, it's not bad. It really is. I'm very surprised. It's good. It is very good. So, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see what comes up next. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm just doing this for the heck of it, mainly just to show it to my mom. But I'm probably going to kick it out there to the rest of the family too. So, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the channel next time.